These are the practice exercises for Chapter 9. Using the files in the Chapter 9 practice exercise folder, complete the following exercises to reinforce the concepts taught in this chapter. Refer back to the instructions in the chapter if needed. Be sure each report matches the check figures we have provided. If it does not, you will need to make corrections before submitting the reports. If you run into any issues, reach out to your instructor. So in the table, they have 2 new vendors that they want us to add. So we're going to hover over. We can go to our Create button, and under Vendors, we can add vendor from here. The company name is Yards R Us. Scroll down to Address, which is 987 Garden Way. Mansfield, Texas. And the zip is 76063. Scroll down to the additional info section, and our payment terms are due on receipt. And the default expense account is going to be landscaping services. And we can save this. Brings us to our Yards R Us profile. We're going to hit back to vendors. And hit new vendor. And now we're going to add waste management. Scroll down to address, which is 789 Recycle Drive. Venice Beach, California. $91405. Scroll down to payment terms, which is net 15, and our default expense account, trash pickup services. And click Save from here. Okay, I had a filter on that was only showing one vendor, so I had to remove that. Next, in number 2, using the information, record an expense for the month of July for Yards R Us. So from the drop-down arrow for Yards R Us, create expense. Automatically puts the payee as Yards R Us. Payment account, business checking account. Payment date, we want July 1st, 2021. Payment method is going to be check. Reference number 76543. This is for Texas properties. The category should automatically pre-fill to landscaping services, and our description is going to be landscaping services for Austin, Houston, and Dallas for July 2021. And the amount is going to be $900. We're going to save this, but we're going to keep it open. So we just want to hit our save button because we also want to make this a recurring expense. So after we save it, we're going to click on Make Recurring at the bottom of our expense template. The template name is going to be Monthly Landscaping Texas. The type is going to be a reminder. We're going to remind 5 days before the transaction date. The payee is going to be Yards R Us. The account is going to be our business checking account. And the interval is going to be monthly on the first day of every 1 month. And our start date is going to be August 1st, 2026. Again, if you're watching this and it is past August 1st, just make it the year after. Okay. Oops, that didn't save. There we go. And our end date is going to be none. Our payment method is check. Property is Texas. Category is landscaping services. Description, monthly landscaping for Austin, Dallas, Houston properties. So we can actually take out the month there because you would have to edit it each time that you use this template. And then our amount, whoops, is going to be $900, and we're going to save the template. All right, next we're going to use the information below to create a recurring expense template for landscaping services for the California properties. So again, we're going to go to Yards R Us and hit our drop down and select Create Expense. And we're not actually entering an expense, we're just making the recurring expense template. So we can click on Make Recurring. Our template name is going to be Monthly Landscaping California. And this is going to be a reminder. We're going to remind 5 days before transaction date. Payee is Yards R Us. Business checking account interval is monthly on the first day of every 1 month. Start date August 1st, 2026. No end. Payment method is check. This is going to be for our California properties. Category is landscaping services, and our description, monthly landscaping for Malibu Beach. Venice Beach, Hollywood properties. And the amount is going to be $2,000. And we're going to save that template. Number 7, using the recurring expense template, record the August landscaping services expense for the California properties. So if we go up to our gear icon, under lists, here we have recurring transactions. You should have 3 listed right now. We're going to go to the Texas monthly landscaping. And from our drop-down arrow, we're going to select Use. This should be Yards R Us. Should automatically come up as Texas Properties. The reference number field is going to be 55555. When you want to change the payment date to August 1st, 2021. Our amount is $900, and we can save and close. Next, we're going to use the recurrent expense template and record the August landscaping services expense for the California properties. So from our drop-down, select Use. The reference number is going to be 99999. Payment date August 1st, 2021. And we can put August 2021 at the end of our description. And save and close. All right, next we want to create a bill from Waste Management for trash pickup. We're going to go to Create, and under Vendors, select Bill. Our vendor is going to be Waste Management. The bill date is going to be July 1st, 2021. Oops. I actually changed the due date instead. I don't know what it was originally, but that's irrelevant right now. Our bill date is July 1st, 2021. The bill number 76543. The description, we want July services. for Austin, Dallas, Houston properties, and the amount is going to be $750. We'll just double check that we have everything here. Waste management. This is for trash pickup, July of 2021. Texas properties. Oh, forgot to switch that. And 7/1/2021 as our bill date, 76543 for our bill number, July services for Austin, Dallas, Houston properties as our description, and $750 for our payment amount. We can save and close. Or actually, we have a new bill. We can do save and new. Our vendor for this one is going to be Waste Management again for trash pickup services for the month of July 2021, this time for California properties. 7/1/2021 as our bill date. Our bill number is going to be 76544. And this is our California. It was Malibu, Venice Beach, Malibu Beach, Venice Beach, and Hollywood properties. And then the amount we're going to update, this is going to be $1,500. And we have another bill that we're entering, so we can hit save and new. Number 10, our next vendor for this bill is going to be Quick Clean Dry Cleaners. It's going to be dry cleaning services for the month of July and August for California properties. Bill date, July 1st, 2021, 8765 as our bill number. Our description, July and August services. For Malibu, Venice, Hollywood properties. And our payment amount is going to be $150. All right, now we're going to run some reports so we can hit save and close. We're going to run the AP Aging Summary Report. Go to our Reports Center. Accounts Payable Aging Summary under What You Owe. Just to be safe, click All Dates. And your total outstanding bills should be $5,500. If that is shown as correct, you can then export it and save it to your Chapter 9 folder. If it is incorrect, you're going to have to go back and take a look at your bills and expenses that you entered and find your mistake. Next, we're going to run our unpaid bills report, report center, what you owe, unpaid bills. Double check that all dates is selected, and your total should be $5,500 here as well. You can export that, save it as a PDF in your Chapter 9 folder. Next, we're going to pay all of our open bills, make the payment date on or after the due date. We're going to go up to Create, and under Vendors, select Pay Bills. Now it'll tell you, looks like you don't have any bills to pay. Well, that's because we have a filter on. You need to change your dates to all dates and apply. And now you can see we have a bunch here. We're going to check all of these off. So our total due is, again, that $5,500. Make sure that your payment is coming from your business checking account. And we can save and close. Now we're going to run the unpaid bills report again. Remember, this is in your, oops, I went too far. What you owe, unpaid bills. Make sure all dates is shown, and you can say we have no bills due. We just paid them all. Next, we're going to run the expense by vendor summary report. Report Center, expenses and vendors section, and expense by vendor summary. Change this to all dates. Your total should read $12,850. Again, if it does not, you're going to have to go back and fix your mistake. If it is correct, you're going to export and save that to your Chapter 9 folder. And lastly, we're going to run the transaction list by vendor report. Report Center, expenses and vendors section, and transaction list by vendor. All dates. And there's no real number that you have to check here, but if your last two numbers in number 12 and 15, sorry, yes, 12 and 15 match, then this one will match as well. All right, so if that's correct, you can go ahead and export and save that to your Chapter 9 folder as well. And your next video will be starting with Chapter 10.